part 3 of the C2 birdcage repair. So the car is completely, or the birdcage is completely done. Got some panel bond with the strips now. Over here at Wishbone Racing. So the color of this, John, is zinc oxide, did you say?
It's like usually it's a zinc oxide green. It's a little bit brighter than that. This is kind of a little bit more drab, but the reason I kind of went with that color is they didn't have one that was exactly that way with the powder, and I put some Eastwood internal frame coating inside here, which the Eastwood internal frame coating is the same color as what this is. So I had taped it off. I had a little bit run out of the seams, but you can't really see it because it's the same color that this was. I mean, you're not going to see 99% of it anyway. And the only thing I got to do left is I paint the Z-bar black, and I'm going to drill some screws for the clips that hold the stainless steel trim on here. I've got that marked off the old windshield frame. Drill those out and get that on there, and then it's ready to be stuck back in the car.
Nice.
And then we'll start going from there. I still got 2 bonding strips. I'm missing the one that goes on here. There's one that rivets on here, and there's one on the other side. I have that one. I'll stick that one on yet. But I had to replace this one because whoever fixed it before decided they didn't need this one.
Okay.
So
you went with the idea to go ahead and just have all this powder coated, right?
Yeah, powder coated. Yeah, I stand by it. They had the powder coated, and then, like I said before, originally they had these riveted on here. Now I don't know if it's true or not, but they said that from the factory back in the 60s that they didn't. I don't know if they said they didn't have a decent glue, that they would glue the fiberglass to the bird cage. So what they did is they riveted these fiberglass bonding strips to the steel cage, and then they would put the panel bond on the fiberglass, so it would be fiberglass to fiberglass. And I didn't really want to, moisture. One of the reasons these rust is moisture can get in between here sometimes between these. And try to put a sealer, and the moisture can get in between the bonding strip and here, depending if the seam sealer would crack.
So you're saying from the factory they did not put that in here?
No, they did not. They would put some type of sealer, but it was not like this stuff was. This stuff is like a regular panel.
So what he's saying here is right underneath this, these are called bonding strips, the very top. In between the bird cage and the bonding strip, they didn't put a material in there, so it would hold moisture in there, and that's what would cause these things to rot out.
Or the material that they did use is almost like a seam sealer, and that was the problem.
I see.
That was down here. They put seam sealer down here where the drip rails go in the gutters, and then the seam sealer would crack, and then the water would get in between this and here, and you couldn't see it because the lock pillar goes over the top, and then it rusts out in between underneath here. So that's all. We'll get modern seam sealer in there, a 2-part seam sealer that'll stay a little bit more flexible. Put that in here and then fill it in. And
this thing will stay together now for, well, unfortunately, it's a work of art. I mean, the problem is it's never going to get seen, so nobody's going to be able to really appreciate the work that you did. But
I know the car will be good. It'll last forever now. Probably.
Yeah, well,
it's never gonna probably see that type of. For sure, it's never gonna see that type of. Out in the salt and snow and rain.
So just to recap on this, the car was hit on the passenger side. It wasn't totaled or nothing, but it was just clipped.
Right in the bottom.
Right on the A-pillar here. It was a little dented. They were rotted out. The A-pillars now are completely refabricated from Wishbone Racing here. This one was bent a little bit.
That one was pretty good. Yeah, that one was the driver's side. It had a little bit of rust on the bottom I had to fix, and then it had a couple dents from where they put a porta power against that side and pushed on this one.
Okay.
So they got that out, and then the cap was rotted off.
So they had a dent here on the inside of the A-pillar?
Yeah, pretty good sized dent that was in there.
Probably right somewhere in here if I remember it, yeah. So obviously we got brand new rockers on here now.
And these top caps are new.
Top caps are new.
The whole windshield frame is new other than the corners because they don't make the corner piece.
Right, and that's what you actually you fabricated that out from new. And that new drip rails, you installed the new drip rails, correct?
Yep, new drip rails and gutters. They make those.
And the gutters?
Because those would be hard to
Yeah, that would be hard.
And the B pillars are new. The bottom of the B pillars are new, and the tops, I had to redo that.
Pillars all new.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
Getting ready to, hopefully.
A pillar, B pillars, all four of them needed a little work. I think is that what you were saying? Oh, Yahtzee, there goes some rocket panels,
Yeah, some fiberglass.
fiberglass. So anybody interested in redoing your birdcage again on your C2 Corvette, it can be done, and this is what it looks like again from the factory. All gets hidden by the car itself, but kind of a neat little thing, you know. Oh, look at that. There you go. Putting the...
This one needs a little work.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, the other side's really nice, obviously. 'Cause
Yeah, that thing's...
somebody tried to fix that one, they didn't do a very good job. But this one I had sort of blasted it, washed it, ground off all the old adhesive.
Okay.
And then this gets riveted to the rocker panels.
Look at that. Just slips right on. Right.
So this will get riveted here, here, here. Gets riveted through here. Riveted through the top. Here it'll go on.
Okay.
And a couple more rivets here. And then the floor will get bonded to this along this seam.
On both sides. Yeah, the passenger side is a little rough. Why is that? It just probably got broke or something.
Well, it did get cracked, and then the way they fixed it, I ground off what they fixed.
Why do you think it was broke?
Right where the A pillar is there, it probably got cracked, you know, when it got hit.
I see. Okay.
So I can fix that.
Oh, yeah.
And the good thing is I have this one for a pattern, so.
Yeah, perfect.
That's why I ground it all off and I got it clean, so now it's ready to put the stuff on there.
Nice.
And then you can kind of see how I'll just show you real quick here on the lock pillar. If you look on the driver's side, where these things rust, you can't see it because this part gets all rusted through.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well,
Here, let me circle around here. Let me see. Oh, yeah, sure.
you know, this gets riveted on here,
Yeah.
right? So all the damage is behind here, and you can't see it. You notice it gets behind here. Even here, they put a seam sealer on here that has a tendency to crack. So,
Uh-huh.
yeah, that's kind
It's like a big old puzzle when you're putting it together, really.
a big model together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll get it.
What do you estimate a bird cage weighs?
Oh, it's not very heavy. You can pick it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Carry it
When
around.
me and you flipped it over, I'm gonna guess, I'm gonna think right around maybe 115
I don't think it's not-
pounds.
That's probably not even that heavy because we had all the fixture in here, the jig.
Well, that's true. Yeah. So,
that was more weight than probably the bird cage.
well, that's true. Yeah, probably about 95 pounds, I'd guess, huh?
Yeah, that would be probably at the most. Yeah.
Yeah.
If that.
Sure. That's pretty neat, though.
Yeah, but it's getting there.
C2 bird cage, part 3. This thing is complete. Beautiful job. Wishbone Racing. Johnny,
Yeah.
anything else you want to add?
Here's the door jamb for the A color on that side.
Okay. Let's see that. Oh, yeah.
That goes on there, something like that. And the door hinges bolt on here, same thing, this gets fiberglassed on. Do it on the outside. And I had those on when I fit the doors, so make sure everything works, but, yeah.
So the chassis, engine, all that is underneath the car cover. Up here on the top, it's completely done. It's all powder coated. He brought it down, sandblasted the whole thing.
Acid dipped it.
Acid dipped. It's got brand new upper lower control arm bushings. Everything's all completely rebuilt. It's got a fresh transmission. Rear end's rebuilt. Rear end, the front suspension 100% done. I know you can't really see nothing, but we'll keep posting. But here is the body itself hanging underneath the 4-post hoist.
Yeah, just hanging here. so I can wheel my cart underneath there when I go to glue the body on. After I grind up all the old panel bond and get this ready to go.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. And then what do you got under here? A 1962 Gasser Corvette.
Yeah.
Blown big block Chevrolet. I believe this car runs 860s in a quarter mile. And we'll have to show that later on down the road too.
Yeah, here's something that's gonna go on it.
We're putting a 4-port Hillborn injection. Look at that. Huh? That's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
On top of the 871 blower.
That's what it needs. It really needs that on.
Yeah, we're gonna need. Well, we got to run 840s instead of 860s.
That's right.
Over and out.